I'm normally on time, but this time I wasn't on time. We had a little technical difficulties. We was getting it together, but it's together now. So, as you know, for only $100, I promote whatever you need on my social medias and my website. That's my Twitter, Facebook, Insta Stories, YouTube community, and my website, www.doggiediamondstv.com, which you will be featured on. Hit me up on Instagram at Doggie Diamonds for your promo. Serious inquiries only. Must be cash app ready. So without any further ado, it's time to start the show. So, you've been waiting like a few minutes, so you should already hit the like button. You should already share it out there. You should already be prepared for what's about to happen. If you're not prepared what's about to happen, you should get prepared. You should already told a friend. You should have done all of those things. The Cash App is available, pinned to the top. The Super Chat is open. History in the making tonight. So you're about to be a part of this history. As usual, we set trends. We set the precedent of what goes on. So without any further ado, yeah. So what's up, everybody? It's your boy Doggie Diamonds. This is Doggie Diamonds TV. And without any further ado, could I bring my guest? Guest, are you ready?
I am ready.
There goes the guest. I'm Doggie Diamonds. Introduce yourself to the people.
Hey, what's going on? It's your girl Suga. You know what it is. You know what it do. It's your girl Suga-T with the ooh ooh ooh.
Suga-T. How did you get that name, Suga-T? I always want to know how did you get that name?
You know what? My brother gave me that name.
And you said your brother. Maybe they looking. They don't know who your brother is.
Who gave me that name?
Who's your brother?
E-40.
Okay.
My brother E-40 gave me that name.
Okay. And that was your nickname or your rap name or both?
That was actually originally I had a rap partner.
Okay.
And that partner pretty much, because of the partnership, we both ended up kind of going through some things, some life situations, and we separated. Now, when I say partner, I don't mean like girlfriend, like,
okay,
no,
we
partner,
didn't think that.
partner.
We didn't think that. We go
so
around.
Just to be clear, because I know sometimes, there's different things that's going on out here. So in my case, it was my best friend. And we were partnering as a group effort called Sugar and Spice.
Oh.
And and then when we both got pregnant, we both ended up getting pregnant at the same time. And unfortunately, she went a different direction. And then I continued because, my brothers, I was always right in the center, in the middle of stuff with my brothers, all of my brothers, as the only girl in the group. And the only girl in the family, actually not group, but the family. And then eventually I helped create the Clique, which was, I was a founder of that group. So he adopted me. And I said, well, what do I call myself now that, we're still friends today, me and my friend, my partner, we're actually best friends, but it's like, what do I call myself now that I'm by myself? And he was like, just call yourself by your first name. So I don't want to say my first name, but at the end of the day, we put it together. So Suga-T. So no longer.
So when you started rapping, what was your style like? Was it salt and pepperish? Was it y'all had 357 out there? What was your style like? Because you was in this girl group, Sugar and Spice. So I'm picturing. I'm picturing like some 357 stuff. Y'all dancing. Or what was it like?
It's so funny you say that because actually, okay, why do it feel green in the background? Am I going to change colors in my background?
No, you're going to be green. Now you got.
I'm going to say green.
Yeah, you're in front of a green.
Y'all can't make me into a superstar, superhero or nothing in the background.
You No, it's cool. The green is cool. Don't worry about it. They don't care about the green. They only care about you. Don't worry about it. The green.
All right.
Because I probably could do it, but it's going to take a little time for me to do that. But we are in the mix right now. We don't have the
middle
time.
Of it. Okay, so you're going to put me together, right? Right, friend?
No, this is how you're going to look. But they don't care. They do not care. Trust me, they don't care.
Okay, y'all don't hold this against me. Y'all just listen to the word, okay?
Got you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think you have great followers. I'll be checking your followers out. They real cool. They
and also before we get to that, you hit me up one day, right? And you was like, "Yo, hey, I don't know if you know who I am, but I'm Suga-T and I watch you all the time." And I almost fell on the floor. I'm like, "Watch me all the time. I know exactly who you are." So it was just amazing to know that I reached certain people. So I was honored. Remember I told you, I was like, "Yo, I'm happy that you watch me." And you was like, "Yo, I watch you all the time." And I was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, "Oh, come on the platform." He was like, "For real?" I'm like, "Yes." So they're gonna see you regularly on here. You know what I'm saying? We decided we're gonna do a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But was you the Salt and Pepper? Was you the 357? Was you the HWA? Was you the NWA? What type of girl group were you?
We was like more of the Salt and Pepper.
Gotcha.
Because it was biker season. I think our words was, we was doing that biker season, that Jamaica funk. That's what it is. You know that song. Ooh. So it was boom.
Tom Brown.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. So I'm gonna pull that track out. And we was like, you know what it is? It's biker season,
Mm-hmm.
But yep. We was only like 15 at the time. So it was cool because our little 15, basically we sounded just like, you could say we was like, today they call it the City Girls. They sound just like we did back then, like they, to me, like the City Girls. So I could say JJ Fad maybe.
Oh, okay.
Because the City Girls sound like JJ Fad too.
Yes.
To me, I was surprised that I thought it was JJ Fad when I first heard him on the radio. But anyway, yeah, so that was kind of it. I think I would say.
So y'all got some music?
Of course.
Oh.
Yeah.
As the Sugar and Spice?
Yeah, it's on the MVP album. It was before we turned into the Click.
Got you.
So it was 1984 was when that came. 1984, that was Sugar and Spice and Nothing Nice. We called ourselves Sugar and Spice and Nothing Nice. Yep. So they can find it on the album, MVP.
So how many is siblings in the Click? Who is in the Click and who all, just run them down the line of how they're in the group and how you're related to them?
For sure. It's actually I have 5 brothers. I'm the only girl, and there's 3 of my brothers that's in the business. As far as the Click, E-40, D-Shot are my brothers, and Billy is my cousin.
So what is that like? Like, did all your boyfriends get beat up? Did all your, the guys trying to date? Like, how did that work?
Oh man, I can tell you some stories. Ooh-wee. It was a lot.
Wow.
So it transitioned through the years, but it kind of, at the beginning, it was like, nigga, you better not look at my sister.
Yeah.
You look at my sister, people was like petrified to even talk to me. Through the years, through touring, I was like totally protected because they was like, they had people on me like hound dogs watching me and making sure that nobody got to me and I didn't get away. So I really didn't have the horror story. You know how people have horror stories on the road, like they were whores, the females. I didn't have that because they wasn't having it.
That horror story.
I was trying,
yeah.
I was trying to get out and get free and loose, but they was not having that, honey. So, and then of course, just in the neighborhood, nobody talked to me because my brothers were very, very protected of me as a kid.
So who's the best rapper out of the Click?
And it's a trip. I'm the best. But
I won't disagree though. I'm gonna be real with you. Now I'm gonna be real because I didn't know of the Click. I've heard of E-40, but then when the Click came and I was like, hold up, Homegirl is alright. You know what I'm saying? Homegirl sound dope. That added something to it because you didn't sound like the typical female, and then you knew how to sing a little bit. You was harmonizing. I was like, hold up, nah, this is something different. You know what I'm saying? This
Hurricane, but you can call me Slurricane.
See?
My crevice got hot, feet sweating all. That hurricane, that ain't no joke. Get a make a player fall. Creepy eyes on a sneaky broad. Pump a fool, straight Jekyll, make them think I'm hella raw. Nah, hit a beat, can't be greedy, gotta stay strong. But if I get broken off, then dang, I can't go wrong.
But to sprinkle me, that was it for me. I was like, whoa.
Here comes the top notch. That song, I'm such a kid at that time.
Sprinkle me, oh my God.
It's crazy that, that is the only song, literally, that I can hear in any club and everybody gonna dance to it, and it's slow.
Wow.
I'm like, have you noticed that? Like,
yeah, because it has nothing to do with tempo. It has more of the mood, more of the vibe. That's really it. It's not we were taught early on the hip hop up tempo people dance to. But if you listen to Tupac, like How Do You Want It, that's not a fast-paced song. That's slow too, but people gonna hit that dance floor. So I think it's you started rapping, you said at 15?
Yeah, actually I was 13, 14, I was singing. I was singing in a church as a child. I ran the church choir.
Got you.
That's why when you hear them soulful sounds that time of name ringing, major factor FedEx, high powered lawyers, and a young nigga having his bread, because I'm used to them church anthems and, so that's where I actually got a lot of my skills and my heart to get in front of people, because I was pushed and coached in front of the choir in my grandfather's church by my aunts. They always, for some reason, they just felt like, I think, when people own their own church, how the church got to go on no matter what. And it's a family setting. I have 8 aunts and 3 uncles. So all of them are musicians. All of them was either singing or a missionary or running an offering or teaching, Sunday school or something. And so, when they got tired and it's like singing time, it was like, no, you going to do it today. And it's like, I got to. And it's like, yeah, you sing it today. So they coached me, as a young lady. 5 years old, I was in front of the choir singing, running the choir at like 8 years old, and trusted, to continue from there. And then, of course, I started playing with rap. We would watch Run DMC and, Houdini and the, oh my God, and Tonto, Jump On It, Just Sugar Hill Gang. And, we was stored up front. We was in a place where we was getting all that good music, and, that's what we would listen to, for our inspiration. And of course, I heard Salt and Pepper, and Roxanne Shante.
That's the big sis. That's the big sis. You were born and raised in the Bay?
Yes. I was born and raised.
What is that like? Because I've always heard people from the Bay, especially Oakland, they always say it's very, very, it's like Brooklyn, like, they say y'all in California, but it's nothing like Los Angeles. What is it like to live and come from the Bay?
Yeah, that's real talk. It's definitely nothing like LA. It's not a Hollywood, thing at all. It's for sure not that we don't neighbor with LA and and rock with it, but we're very different. We kind of you gotta have some tough skin to be out here. We take a more independent approach. A lot of chiefs. You know what I mean? It's you get to see the good, the bad, and the ugly. There's a lot of when you take the whole West in general, it's a lot of male chauvinism. It's a lot.
Where the hell is Vallejo at though? Where's that?
So I'm from Vallejo. Vallejo is like 20 minutes from Oakland.
Okay.
Yeah, and so you got Richmond, Oakland, Vallejo, but I had a chance to move around in all the different areas of the Bay. And so between Vallejo and East Bay is where I was raised, Oakland, and spent a lot of time. Pretty much got the same mentality. Pretty much the Bay is a unique place where you could find the same type of people, but with different focuses. And you can see, again, the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's some writers out here. You know what I mean? And some talent, some really good talent.
So when we think of the Bay, I think of 40, Richie Rich, Digital Underground, and JT the Bigger Figure, many others, and also Tupac. How much credit should the Bay get for Tupac?
I think we should quite a bit. Spent a lot of time out here. My brother was actually going to sign him and wanted to sign him before he went to Def Jam. So
Death Row, you mean?
Death Row, excuse me.
And Mac Dre. We can't forget Mac Dre. Can't forget Mac Dre, Keek the Sneak. I could go on and on. Too short. I could go on and on, but it's a lot of the Bay. What I liked about the Bay is that all of y'all were different from there. A lot of the LA people, I hate to say it, were very, very similar, but the Bay, everybody was different because you had some people that were player type, but then you had you got Spice One people that are street. You got different people. So you said your brother was going to sign Tupac.
Yeah.
Why didn't that happen?
Well, he ended up going to Death Row instead. So, yeah. So, we were, a lot of times people want to just kind of get out the area that they were in. Sometimes they want to get away. And, everybody loves LA because Hollywood is in LA and it looks a little different till they get there and hang out and kind of have a different, different view. But bottom line, because it's all the glitz and glamour and it is a place where the industries are. So I'm not really sure exactly why, but he didn't. And he went the opposite direction. But I got a whole story. I'm going to share it on my documentary.
Did you know Pac personally?
Absolutely.
What was he like? Because we hear all types of stories. I know him personally too, but from your point of view, what type of person was he?
Well, when I dealt with him, he came to chill.
Okay.
He was when you say what type, I mean, everybody different with all different type of situations. Mm-hmm. So, but in general, when you say what type, we did music together. You heard the song Dusted and Disgusted. It's some cold-heartedness, some cold-hearted nigga.
Let me ask you something. Well, now that you keep singing, and I'm thinking about it, mm-hmm. Wasn't you before Jewel?
I sung songs like on my first album, Paper Chasin. Mm-hmm. I sung a song called Sneaky Freaky. Baby, baby, you look so good to me. Last night I seen you smiling in your old school. Yeah, yeah. I was like thinking, but you were scared to look my way. So my point is that I wrote a lot of singing stuff, but I never put them out as singles.
But what I'm saying is when I hear Death Row and I hear Jewel, you were kind of before that, but you were before that though.
Yeah.
The influences, because what you're singing and what the words, the lyrics, that's what they had her singing. It was street stuff. It wasn't nothing. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I was very influential to a lot of the singers and a lot of the artists out this way. I'm very grateful. So it cracks me up when I see the newer artists and then they get a lot of credit for their presence. But at the end of the day, they all sound like us. And people get upset when I say that, but it's just the truth. Like I said, the City Girls, they sound like JJ Fad, and Salt and Pepper. And, some of the other ladies, they sound just like me and Foxy Brown and Little Kim and, and then if you say the newer artists, now I guess Nicki's not new anymore. So,
nope.
So they all sound like her.
But she's getting that. But you know what? It's funny that you're saying that because she's getting that treatment of the old artists now. So when she came in,
and they all copied off her.
Yeah.
Everybody that came behind her. So
they copied Kim.
They copied
and then
Kim.
They copied. But what I'm saying is that when Nicki first came in, her and Kim had a little rift because she wasn't. Kim felt like she wasn't paying certain homage to her. Yeah. Now Nicki is the old girl, and you got these new girls. But that's what we're gonna get into, how a lot of y'all women are aged out of the culture. So let me ask you something too. You were very you was a thick woman, but in a
still am.
but in a way that men was like, damn, how come you never really used that your sexuality to sell records and you didn't just bust it open? Why not? Because why didn't you do that?
Well, I went through a very, very short time. It was very short-lived. Where I put one song out called "Can You Handle This?" Because I was like, oh my God, all the girls are now, they just being sexy and sassy. And I was going through this really bad relationship. And I was like, okay, I'm about to show that I could do that too. And I got something to work with, that kind of thing. So I think I went through my very, very, very short stage of that. I made a song called "Can You Handle This?"
What year was this?
Oh my God, 1990, probably 8 or 9. Gotcha. Probably about 8. And it was like, sugar got your hook, want to hit my clitoris? Lick me, stick me, pound me from the back, quickie, I did it like that, right? But I did it based on a one-time thing in that way. it wasn't something I was just gonna mainstay because I had to pay for that. You know, every time somebody talked to me, they was looking at my breast in my space, just looking down. I couldn't even get a real hug, you know, every conversation. And it was like people wanted to just lick me, you know, like every time they seen me. And I was like, oh no, I don't want all that now. So I just wasn't into the, I didn't want that attention like that.
I think they still would lick you. And I think no matter what you had on, they still wanted to lick you. What is it like to be a natural beauty though? Because now these women are enhanced. They cheated.
Right.
What you were born with, they cheated. You know what I'm saying? They cheated. What is it like to be natural and you probably wanted to get rid, you probably sometimes in your life wanted to get rid of what some of these women are buying. What is that like?
Right. Definitely. And, you know, to close out that first point about the sexual thing, I wasn't into just giving my body away. I was pimping. Like, it was like, nah, I got game. I don't have to give up nothing and I'm going to get what I want out of it. You know what I mean? And that's the part I don't understand about the newer generation is their mindset is like the ones that came after and the ones that's overly sexualizing this whole thing. It's like they just open their legs and here, come get it, boo, and give it. I don't feel good about that. I always was a mother, you know. I was a mom at 16 and I had 2 at 17 in 1 year. And there was a certain level of balance that I always came back to because I always thought about what would my daughters think about me, you know, and at the same time, you know, what am I showing girls? What am I showing these women out here? You know, am I going to, you know, because when you have children, as you know, it's a whole different world. You think about what are you going to give? What are you representing? What is my purpose going to be? Is this all I'm going to showcase here on earth? And I really didn't have to rely on sex because I was so raw and I still am. I hate to say it like that. But, you know, up to date, that I didn't need to have to sell the sex because it was about the lyrics, you know. But today, as you know, it's about the booty and it's about whatever people, they're not even worried about the talent anymore, the industry. It's turned into a hot mess. But in terms of you saying, you know, the question you just asked,
they cheating, they buying what you was born with, you know, it's
yes. You know, I kind of get them though, because I guess if they never had it before, they're like, here, y'all come see me. Look what I got. You know, I think that's the only thing that I could think of. Because I mean, I don't feel comfortable with, I don't feel comfortable. Don't get me wrong. You know, I keep a sex appeal. I know I'm cute. Right. But I don't think that's got to be the front of everything.
But you were fully clothed.
Yes.
Sexy as hell. It was just like everybody was still like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like you had on skirts, like you had on business attire sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And people still was on you like you were naked.
Yes. And they still are.
No,
we not.
You know,
it's a trip because they still are like that. So it's like, you know, it showed. I'm so happy that I didn't like fall into the. I think a lot of people push the girls. I think once one started getting naked all the time, because, you know, we had our few, you know, we had our Kim, you know, somewhat, but she wasn't always naked. We had our Foxy Brown. You know, Foxy Brown was cute. She did it with class. You know, she represented beautiful body, chocolate queen, you know, but she brought some other stuff too, you know. And then we had a few others. We had like Trina, you know, but Trina wasn't always as visible on TV all the time to where everybody could just start copying off of her. You know, but I think what really happened is once that stage, that reality show started showcasing that strippers can get on, you know, that's where it started at. I can't wait to finish my documentary.
But you probably good or bad? Is that a good or bad thing?
I don't know if it's good or bad. I think it's dangerous. You know, I think it's a mental illness. I think it's really, really dangerous because, you know, you really can be empty inside later. And there's so much that come along with that. And then when you kind of feel like that's the only thing you have to do, you have to offer is just, you know, like I went to school. I have a couple of degrees. I have a PhD. I have a couple of master's degrees. I refuse to make this industry be the only thing that I'm going to depend on because I didn't want to become that one that was forced to take my clothes off or was getting pimped out. So that's the only way I could make it is by doing what everybody else wanted me to do. Because at the end of the day, I knew I couldn't. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't have that thought because they don't have all that I have. I was young and mature early, and I understood the game. I was taught the business, so I didn't have to sell my soul. You know what I mean? I didn't have to sell the way I did things, and I knew I could get on and get off what I wanted to. And I don't worship this business. It's not something to me that, people should just worship. It's like, it's entertainment. It's great. It's fun sometimes, but I wanted a more well-rounded approach in life. But unfortunately, and I want to give back to people that was like me, that was young and on welfare and, had kids early and that was been abusive relationships and dealt with low self-esteem and things. Because at one point I did have a low self-esteem. I was a straight up tomboy. And then eventually, people started calling me like names, and it made me feel low. But then at one point, once I realized I could fix myself up the best of my ability, and this is it, I didn't care no more. And my esteem left. It was like, look, this is all I got. If you don't like it, too bad, at the end of the day. But, I know that a lot of women have a hard time getting there. So a lot of people don't have that kind of well-rounded experience as those women that are taking their clothes off. They just have one or two experiences and they're not exposed to many things and many opportunities and lifestyles. And so it makes it where that's probably the only thing they think they have to offer. And it's even worse because they're a generation that don't respect elders, that don't want to hear from big mamas like ourselves. I have 6 grandkids. Ooh. My oldest granddaughter is 12. I have a couple of them that's 12. My daughters are in their 30s. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, I call myself a big mama. And yes, I do, because I care about all my young ladies. I care about all my kids. The whole world, these youngins, you a black girl, you my kid. You a lady, you my kid. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you that though, because I've also had builds with the homie Blizz, and we asked, who do young black girls have to look up to at this time? Because coming up, you had Coretta Scott King, you had Betty Shabazz, you had different women. Who do these black girls have to look up to now?
Well, truly, they have, a lot of these girls have their parents. They have their aunts. They have their grandmothers.
You think so?
But they don't respect them.
But no, because a lot of the mothers is busting it open too now, though.
Well,
depending on the age, because you of a particular age, right?
That's one
so you got the down home morals, values, and principles.
I know some bad chicks that are plain common women that rock. They cool. They not doing none of that. So I can't blame it on that. What it is that is a part. There is some like that, but the majority, they don't want to hear from older women. They don't want to hear from older people. They think we all played out and old, and they want to compete with us. They want to put themselves on our level, and it's like you can't equate to exposure and experience and longevity in time. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how famous you are. I don't care how many mistakes we might make. At the end of the day, we've been here longer than you, and you can learn from our challenges, our mistakes, our experience, and the things that we've done well. And they don't want to hear from us. So it starts at home first. Everything that we do at the top of the game, which I call the top of the game, unfortunately, media, which is in the leader, as you know. Hip-hop is the leader of many, and media is the leader. You got your Desperate Housewives, your reality shows, and then, of course, you got the music and entertainers, and then you got the media in general, from the Instagram to the Facebook to the Twitter. All they're seeing is certain things that make them understand a different view of what their reality is and what a leader should be, or what someone they should respect. So they pick and choose that. And a lot of times it's not the people that's around them. They got community leaders out here. I own a nonprofit organization. I've been in the nonprofit business for a very, very long time. And I have programs for young women and young girls and women in general and grandmothers. And I have a young grandmothers club,
What's the name of the organization? Make sure we put that out there.
Literally, absolutely, the Work It Project. And right now, the Her Museum is our newest project that'll be launched in January. Our outreach for women and to promote family wellness and to empower women who have been who have had problems and issues that I don't want to talk too deep about. But when I come back, we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah. So hold on. Let's get to a commercial really quick. Let's get to a commercial.
All right.
Official YouTube. Let's go.
Oh, I messed the whole thing up. Oh, my bad. Oh, let me hold on. I was supposed to have that.
Scratch for you.
Yeah, hold on. No. Here we go.
Ain't nobody real no more.
Ain't real no more.
Body parts bought from the store.
For real.
Everybody got a cash app. His baby mama trying to find out where the cash at. He spent the rich money on the stripper. His boys pumped him up and told him tip her. Them same homeboys trying to get his girl. Then he found that she like girl.
Whoa.
Tap into the movement at hermuseum.org, Suga-T official YouTube. Let's go.
Okay, yeah. So what did they just see just now? Let them know.
Yes, you guys just seen my commercial for in a snippet. It's a message it's a message to my sisters and my brothers.
Okay.
It's called Better. And so it'll be a full release of that song. It's a public service announcement that's a part of my musical to a museum project that I'm launching in January. And basically, I'm giving a party, 50 to new 30, excited about age and maturity, and bringing the 50s and the 30s together so they can understand that there is a unique element to age, and it's just make a statement about ageism and about being proud of who we are, because we're living still, and a lot of people didn't make it this far. So we're also celebrating life, which and inspiring the autistic community, mothers of children with autism, which is one of my vulnerable populations that we support in the Work It Well project that I've been, a great founder of and greatly serving others, in which I really love to do. So people are in need. They need love. They need support. They need resources. People need wisdom. They need truth. They need knowledge. They need education. And we need to be caught up. So that's a part of my whole life movement outside of music. And so the Work It project in the Her Museum is the outreach for it, which is sponsoring and giving this event. It'll be held at hiphoptv.com, streaming on December the 19th, 5:30 and 8:30 East Coast time. And you guys can celebrate my birthday, my 50th birthday, 50 to new 30, as well as support families of children with autism. So if you go to the website or click on the description here on this YouTube, you can get to where you can donate, you can support, you can also pledge, you can be a creator that wants to give back, and also get presented in the lineup. We got some great people that are in the lineup. Chubb Rock is giving back, Lenny Williams, oh my God, DJ Spinderella, Rappin' Forte, oh my God, I can't remember everybody, but CeCe Peniston and J.O. Felony, a whole group of people who are coming and rocking out on this event that's going to stream. I wanted to make sure it was available to everybody across the country, because I know my fan base is wide and everybody can't always get to me. And
I got a big ladies fan base too, so I'm glad to bring ladies on here that's talking that shit. You know what I'm saying? That ain't. I like that. So you get to come on here because it'd be a little testosterone over here, so you sprinkled me with some estrogen on my platform, no pun intended, you know what I'm saying?
Oh boy, for shiggity. It's all great. I'm happy to be here.
Yes, because me and you been building for a while, but I had the issues going on with my brother and all that, so that's what
all good.
Yeah, so we've been talking for some months now. So let me ask you something. How many record deals did you have? You were just signed to Sick Wid It?
Actually, I had Jive Records. Okay. We did a co-venture. Our original, we our own record label. We went Ghetto Gold before we got signed. Sick Wid It Records, our group and family label, which we went Captain Saberho and all that stuff came from it originally. And then we ended up putting out a few albums, and we got a co-venture, one of the biggest venture deals ever at that time, with Jive Records, $1 million deal that most people were not giving out at that time. And it was a co-venture. So we still was able, we were so blessed to work with Barry Wise, who, respected our talent and gave us that shot to bring it more commercial. But we had toured for many years in between that time. And so Jive Records. And then later, I have my own record label as well. I've always had a sister label, and I put out, music. I'm on my 21st album, which, 21st album. Solo album, and then 5 group albums. And so my record
Where's your catalog at? Is it on the streaming platforms?
Yep, it's all on the streaming platforms. People can come and to the Suga-T.net, Google me.
What's because they're gonna want to know. I know we got some guys in this chat room, and that's gonna look this bad. What is your Instagram?
My Instagram is Suga-T.
Okay.
Just what you see on this screen at Suga-T. You'll find me Instagram,
They're
Facebook,
gonna go look.
Twitter.
They're gonna be hard eye. You're gonna get all these hard eye. You're gonna get all this greatness from here. So
and my YouTube too is Suga-T Official. So go to Suga-T Official.
Okay.
But you know what, Doggie? What I really want is I want people to really support the autistic community. I support mothers of children with autism. Autism is a real, it's something that's going to continue to come up, and a lot of families suffer from it, and a lot of families will, unfortunately. So we support moms of children with autism, and I want people to be able to go to the website. If you don't want to come to the streaming where we're actually going to be live coming and bringing my whole birthday party piece, then definitely, to donate or support the cause. And if it's an artist or a creator that wants to do a pledge, you can do everything at the THE work, WORK, it's project.org/events.
So what's going to happen? What's going to happen is that you're going to email me or text me all of that. I'll make sure that it's the first pinned comment in this video, so they'll have everything.
Perfect.
So
okay,
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So in this industry, you said you didn't want to sell your soul. What was some of the craziest stuff you've seen people doing? Has any of them have you been around or seen any of them crazy mansion parties? You know stuff I be exposing. Have you seen any of that stuff that you was like, what is going on?
Well, I've had some experiences and seen some things, but more about the selling of the soul for me was more about, I'm not going to just represent one thing and just only showcase to my brothers and sisters that there's only one way to be. And a lot of times that's what everybody think they can do. They think that you just got to sell drugs, alcohol, violence, stripping, bullying, and bragging all the time. Sex, alcohol, drugs, violence, stripping, bullying, bragging. To me, it's just we as a Black race is just so much more. And as a Black woman, an educated, a professional, a parent, this is not speaking because I'm older. Just as I took up this mindset 20 years ago. That's why people don't see me all the time, is because everybody else kind of got behind with, just kind of going along with the get along. You got to be hood. You got to be this in order to make it, You
got to be a nigga.
Gotta be a nigga. You gotta show a little bit of tail, or you gotta talk. It's like, come on now, it's enough of that. I'm not just that, and that's like so played out to me. It's like you gotta know how to do more than just that. You know what I mean? And I'm not just to pin myself in a box and be a Black woman that the only way that they look at me as is, oh, she just only was smashing. Rapping is simple. I'm probably one of the baddest rap chicks you will ever see today. At 50 years old, will run circles around the average female rapper. Real talk, you know what I mean? And male rapper too. You get me?
Yeah, I'm about to say, don't discriminate, kid. Let everybody can get it.
You feel me? Everybody can get it. You like to hear it? Here you go. Give me flowers because I'm here. Flipping burger, straight lace, no chase with fake faces. Real ones identify me a different way. It's TT. Bass slay all day. Took a break for a second. You slipped in the game. Some of you chicks controversial way. And some of you chicks open up your legs. And some of you dudes act just like chicks rocking skinny jeans. Male politics. What you doing right now already been done. Really for the buffoon coon. Write your songs. Is you a hater, a man who hate women? I'm ashamed of what become of the rap game. Selfish. Busted chicks and trick study hating. Got the females in the rap game fighting for one space. Now everybody want to be a rapper. They made the game accessible. Now everybody rapping. Or the real ones stand up. Chicks up, this up, turn up. Hey.
What song is that? They probably going to hear that. What's that song?
That's a song called Flowers.
Where's it at? Where can they get that at?
Y'all can go get the flowers right now. My album is called Rapidemic. It's called Rapidemic Truth. You can go to sprinklemeboutique.com and get the album. Go to the music session and grab it there, and you can also go get it in streaming places.
Okay.
But I like to send people to my boutique so y'all can be able to come see what I'll do outside of music. I have a boutique. I'm a producer of fragrances and spa and wellness products, and then we have a lot of different wellness pieces and tools and goodies at the sprinklemeboutique.com. So go to the music section and you can get some of the music, and then I have a lot of the music also streaming.
So let me ask you some. How were women disrespected? No. First of all, you said your age. I already knew your age, but you being 50, how do you feel being like, for the industry, you're too old for the industry? How do you feel like being aged out of the industry, even though the talent is there, the look is there, the experience is there, and you got so many teachable moments where you can mentor so many of these young girls, but the industry don't want you, not the people, the industry. What is that like?
Well, you know, it's a balance. Some of it is not necessarily the industry, and some of it is some of it is the people. Because some of the people are programmed because that's all they've seen. You know what I mean? And it's hard for them to let go because they're so used to the foolishness. You know, they're so used to all the. I mean, I say that to say foolishness only because when you're only talking about sex, money, alcohol, drugs, violence, stripping, bullying, and killing, when we know what it does to our community, that's foolishness. If that's all you can talk about and that's all people want to hear, that is why this has become this, because a lot of the rebellious mindsets enjoy that. And I can see if, you know, it's great. We all been rebellious. We do it sometime. I still do it sometime, but not all the time.
Yeah.
You know
Give it a break. Give it a rest. Like tonight too, y'all shooting tonight. Y'all been shooting all week.
Man, I know people that can't even go home because they didn't shot somebody every night. They got the yellow tape around their block. It's like, that's not fun. And that's not funny to me. That's not something that we should be proud of and only represent. So because of those that are willing to do that, you know, you got all these great guys that make this good money and they go and do foolish things and just, they get, anyway, that's a whole nother conversation. But the bottom line is, you know, it's not just the system that ages us, because the system is doing their job. They always will. There are ways that we could be supported by our older generation of men as they are continuing to reside. You get what I'm saying? Because unfortunately, you know, it does take a little bit more support for us because we're not a part of the machines that have been newly presented only based on not necessarily talent, but based on branding a element of something that they know that they can sell and reach people who are vulnerable to sell it to. You know what I mean? So, you know, and the internet gives you a perfect space for that, you know? So, so the thing is the feeling of it is it's terrible to see that our community is being poisoned the way it is. And we're allowing it. We are allowing it. I take full responsibility as a people, because when I look at you and them, when I look at us, it's me too. It's not just me.
I say. I always say that too. I don't separate myself. I always say we, even though it's not me personally, but I'm a part of it too.
Come on. You know, we can go sit on the hill. I can go sit on the hill and just kick my feet up and be like,
I say that too. I can take my ball and go home.
Come on. You know what I mean?
But I still got to fight the good fight. Yeah, I still got to fight the good fight.
Come on. But we can't just sit up here and just watch our people just go down like that when you know it's a different way. So it's interesting because that's the part that is challenging, is to watch that. So I do my part. You know, I work hard to be an inspiration. I work as a coach, as a life coach, as a spiritual coach, as a transformational and enterprise coach. I was able to sustain because I'm a businesswoman. I was able to build a business, you know, that has a lot of great, you know, it had a lot of great traction. So I don't really even have to touch music anymore if I don't really want to. But it's only because I started my own business to enterprise that I'm able to, you know, years ago when I chose to not feed into this foolishness, because it's foolishness to me. Why am I going to sit up here and act a fool? And I know I got kids I'm raising. I got girls. I don't want my girls running around here naked thinking that's their only life. It's not funny to me for people to go stripping and run into the strip clubs and that lifestyle. I know people who got thrown in the middle of the street and stabbed and killed, you know, who got their heads cut off stripping.
Strung out on drugs. Strung out on drugs, raped.
That ain't funny to me. That's not, I'm a mother. I'm a grandmother. That is not funny to me. And anybody that wants to see that sickness and that pushes this or don't support someone that's in the space of the total opposite, that's the ones that bothers me. That's what bothers me. It's like y'all rather push this foolishness than to push something that makes sense. Now, mind me, the people who will push this, we know the powers that be, that's mainstream. That's what it is. That's what they do. You know, this is the industry. It's not their fault. They're doing what they do. It is an entertainment business. I am not mad at the entertainment business. I am annoyed with the ones that's got power and that won't look outside of entertainment and look at what it really should be amongst their people and are not taking the time to either support people like us, the older generation of women who got voices and who got game to really give it up and that could share and help people have sustainable lives, still continue to maintain a status, a status quo, but at the same time can be safe, because this stuff can turn into a mental illness later. This stuff is so many things.
It's a mental illness now for a lot of them. Because a lot of them are strung out on drugs, popping pills. Yeah. So let me ask you something. As a woman, that's a half a century, about to be a half a century. Jay-Z just turned 52. Diddy is 50. It's so many of Dr. Dre is 50, but they get celebrated. What is it like to be a woman and say you just kicked a dope rhyme, Flowers, you done sung. If you take, let's pick Universal, which is the biggest figurehead. If you take some of that music, you just let us hear it to Universal, what would they tell you?
You know what? It's so funny. If I take it to Universal, they'll probably pick it up. Honestly, they'll pick it up. If I walked into any of these labels, they'll pick me up. But I'm not interested right this moment. I'm not quick to jump to the things that they have to offer. You know what I mean? I have a love-hate relationship with hip-hop. I don't want to be stuck in hip-hop.
Yeah, as we all do. Yep.
You know what I mean? You know how that go, right? But I stay in it because this is the space that I help create. So I'm not just going to give it up that easy. But I have a whole nother project. Like, I'm in different genres. I've written blues albums, gospel albums, soul albums. I've written, I've written, that's my assistant coming in here.
Telling you got to go.
Nah, she in the office. It's good. It's good.
Okay. But before we do that, could we get into the second commercial?
We could, absolutely.
Hopefully, I got this one queued up. Hold on.
30. Tap into the movement.
I messed that one up too, right? Yep. It's something I should have clicked. It's something. What the heck?
Ain't nobody real no more.
Ain't real no more.
Body parts bought from the store.
For real.
Everybody got a cash app. His baby mama trying to find out where the cash at. He spent the rich money on the stripper. His boys pumped him up and told him tip her. Them same homeboys trying to get his girl. Then he found that she like girl.
Did I play the same thing twice?
No, yeah, you did.
Hold on. So what's this one? No. I just messed everything up. Whoa. We not going out like that.
Ain't nobody real no more.
Ain't real no more.
Body parts bought from the store.
For real.
Everybody got a cash app. His baby mama trying to find out where the cash at.
I'm about to play it right now. Hold on.
Money on the stripper. His boys pumped him up and told him tip her. Them same homeboys trying to get his girl. Then he found that she like girl. Tap into the movement at hermuseum.org and Suga-T official YouTube. Let's go.
It don't matter. They could watch that twice. But we gonna hold on. No. I'm getting to the other one. We don't play that. Hold on. Here we go. Hold on.
It's a cold game trying to fit in. Mama can't control her, competition kicks in. Then she tried to be a rapper. Thought she had game, but the game got her. They ain't believe fat meat greasy. This new generation think it's easy. It's rules to this game, protocol. Disrespect those that came before you, downfall. You don't get, you get better. You get better. You don't get, you get better. You get better with time.
That's what it is.
You ain't get, you get better. You get better. You don't get, you get better. It gets better with time. 50 the new 30. Tap into the movement at hermuseum.org and Suga-T official YouTube. Let's go.
Yeah, I redeemed myself a little bit at the end.
It's all good. That's
right on the fly.
It's all right for them to see a little bit more because, the more that they see, the more that you'll be able to see the whole, you guys out there, you'll be able to see the whole video when you sign up for the virtual birthday party. You'll be able to check out the whole thing. I'm actually officially releasing it, on that day. They'll be able to see it in an exhibit in the streaming. And then it'll be an official release, so y'all get to enjoy the festive. Now, when you was talking about the how I feel about the way, I just wanted to add that we as a people, we're just accepting anything. That's what's annoying to me. Because if we didn't just take it, then the labels and whoever else couldn't just push it and think it's making something happen. You know what I mean?
I always tell the people, you have the control.
Yes.
You relinquish your control to be down with people who don't even like you. That's why they push stuff on you. But we live in a poll society. What that means is, if you want to hear "Sprinkle Me Right This Minute," you can hear and listen to whatever you want. Nobody can push anything on you that you don't want. You could just do this, turn the station off, and go to what you want. But what you do, you let them push it on you, and you fall victim to it. So the stuff you really want to hear, you neglect it because you're listening to BS, you know.
And because it's hype, because you want to
be down. You want to be down.
You didn't got programmed and off of hype, okay? And I need y'all to wake up, because at the end of the day, balance is very critical. You have to have balance. And when you're only listening to, or you feel that you're okay, you got to check yourself too. If you feel you're okay and all you want to hear is sex, money, alcohol, drugs, violence, stripping, and bullying, or that's all you want to let your kids hear, or that's all you want to do at your friends, that's all the parties you want to hear. We got old school music that be jumping. I'm talking that y'all missing out on it. Our mamas listen to second time around.
Shalimar.
You know what I mean? It's so many bangers that y'all missing out on that good spirited, good feeling music. If you want to hear some good music from me, Suga-T Official, go to my YouTube, Suga-T Official YouTube. But the bottom line is we have to take responsibility. I don't blame the industry. They're doing what they've been doing. It's always been an agenda.
The devil gonna devil. I mean? The devil gonna do what they do. But that don't mean you fall victim. You got to be, you don't fall victim to the devil's temptations.
We have to be strong and take our own lead. We have to be in a space where you don't just take anything everybody feeds you. You know, it's like, okay, because they say to jump off a bridge, they tell you, I mean, I don't mean to jump on weed, but it just bothers me when people say, well, I smoke weed because it's legal. Okay, so you smoking weed because it's legal? Why don't you just smoke the weed because you want to get high? You know, I'm more concerned about the one that say they smoking weed just because it's legal. So just because it's legal? It's like we got to think different. We have to wake up. I'm doing a seminar in the top of January, having this conversation to really help people understand they're gonna survive. Because this is a survival of the fittest. We're the only people that's behind like this. We have, I believe, 13% wealth available to us. I believe is that, am I saying the numbers right? And the rest, we'll never be able to get the rest, and we don't need the rest. There's so many opportunities for us, and we're not capitalized. Everybody want to be a rapper. It's sickening. Why do you all want to rap? There's so many other industries that are doing great.
I say this to them every day.
Everybody want to be in front of the scene. Why don't you want to just support people? Being in front of the scene is not fun. It's days that I don't even want to see nobody no more. But you know what? For me, because I'm already famous, if I don't show my face, they're going to throw me under the bus. You know what I mean? Put me in council culture and really throw my legacy away, you know, after all that I do and all that I put out. So that's the only reason why I poke my nose out every now and then. But it's people that just want to be famous just to be seen. And it's just, that's mental illness.
Don't you have to go? You have to go, right? You got something, another opinion?
I do. You're so right.
Last question. I'm always on point.
Thank you.
Last question. Why is it that when we get these queens of hip hop, these retreats, all these women coming together, you're not included sometimes?
Ooh.
So why? Because we always gonna say Queen Latifah, MC Light.
Give me a bump. Give me a bump.
Yeah. Salute.
That's what I'm talking about.
Why isn't Suga-T there in your opinion? In your opinion?
You know what? We have the Bay. Let me represent for the Queens of the Bay. We got Oakland 357. We have Conscious Daughters.
Yes.
Right?
One of them passed away, right?
Yep.
Rest in peace.
Passed away.
Yep,
you on top of your stuff.
Yeah, I know. You know, I know hip hop. Yep.
We have Mystic. We have Knick Knack. We have a lot of females over here in the Bay, you know, that where lots of talent has come from, right? And myself, I'm the biggest Northern California chick. Of course, I didn't want to miss out on, what's her name? Sweetie and Her. And then there was Kimani and Kalani.
Man, all that shit is new, though.
All new.
Yeah.
And they're allowing them to be the voices of the Bay, which I have no problem with them being a voice, but the disrespect to have them be the general voice, the veteran voice, and to give them that kind of love, and everybody that's around the game to allow that, first of all, is very disrespectful. I don't know why. Queen Latifah, she respected me. She gave me my VH1 honor. So they can't never take that away. You know what I mean? Once they honor you, you know, they can't take it away. So
Yes,
she gave me my VH1 honor, you know, 2016 West Coast Female Hip Hop Pioneer all time. You know what I mean? That was respect. She could have done anything in her will to leave me out, but she respected me. So I have nothing but respect for her for doing the right thing. Now, the other ones, I talk to some of these girls and try to deal with them. I don't know. It's some kind of setback. It's like, I don't know if it's they're territorial, or I don't know if they be. Now, some of the girls I do work with. I'm working on a project now with some of the women. Okay. Don't get me wrong. There's a few of them. Some of them that's kind of, you know, been left behind, but they've been big before and they've had some movement going on. I'm not going to let them fail, because that's what my museum project is all about, is being able to respect the historians and to respect the legacies of these women that deserve the appreciation and that are a part of systemic racism and biasness and sexism and ageism that deserve to be respected and appreciated. And we're a safe place for them to explore and experience and develop their talent and showcase it, right? So that's a part of our mission. But the bottom line is, I don't know. That's a good question, because they don't look over here in the Bay, I think. I think it's more so the Bay Area.
Yes.
And
They love the Warriors, though.
They love the Warriors.
They love Steph Curry. And that's all they think y'all got, is the Golden Gate Bridges. And like,
yeah, I think that, and we're the biggest technology industry. You know, we have technology come from here. You know, tech is the Bay, you know. But I think it's also because of the hype. And I think because maybe I'm not as big as they might think I should be, because they might compare me to my brother. They don't understand that I own a business. I'm a business owner. I love what I do. I'm an enterprise builder. I built an enterprise. I have multiple streams of income. I have multiple opportunities that I've created for myself. You know, I've been a grandmother. I was a grandmother at 36. You know, I love grandparenting. I love spending my spare time with my grandkids, and I have 6 of them. You know, I'm a family woman, and I like being a well-rounded woman. So sitting in front of the camera for me ain't my mainstay, but I'm just to do this move real quick, just to give it to him for one good time.
Kick him right in the ass. But just what Roy Jones say? Y'all must have forgot. Just one.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's just the disrespect. Like, come on, y'all. It's just something you just supposed to do anyway. They know I'm here. And I think somebody probably be hating a little bit.
Of course.
Because, you know, sometimes when the real ones show up, you know, they might think it's a little overbearing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
For them, and they might think that they'll lose their shine, but it's just kind of sad. But I rock with some of them. Some of them are very respectful, like Silky Fine. I fool with her. You know, she's very respectful. That's my girl. I fool with a lot of the newer women that come around.
Silky Fine. Did she do that song Romeo and Juliet?
Romeo and Juliet.
Yo, I used to love that song. Romeo.
Yeah,
what's the dude name? I know the dude name was like Romeo and Juliet. Yo,
Juliet. Hot Six on the platter. Yeah.
You make it sweat.
I rock with Rage. Me and Rage, we rock out. I rock with the Bay Area queens, Oakland 357, TMG, all the ones I'm telling you about. The younger ones don't really fool with us, because the younger ones I think that they're taught to disrespect us and not fool with us. Yeah. I think a lot of their circles be saying, "Oh, don't fool with them."
They're old washed up.
They already had their time, you know.
Yeah. That's sad though. It's very sad. But you know what though? I pride in my platform. Not Noriega, not Drink Champs. Doggie Diamonds pride of his platform on bringing veterans of the culture on my platform. You know, they used to diss me for that. They used to say he only interviews old washed up people who not relevant. And I used to be like, how could a person not be relevant if they created something that you love and a part of the foundation of what you love?
Come on.
So
look,
go ahead.
Man, and when they created something that they're doing today that they're calling relevant, I have that question every day. I have people talk to me and talk about, oh, you got to do this. I'm like, I already did that. I did that for
been there, done that.
Years. 16 years straight. All I did was smashed. All I did was stay hood. Then when I got a ding, ding, ding in 2000, I'm like, wait a minute. This ain't all I am. It's a whole lot more I could do too. I'm not supposed to just sit here and have one message and carry out this one, you know, representation of who I am as a Black woman. I want to experience a little bit more than just sex, money, alcohol, drugs, violence, stripping, and bullying. That's not my mainstay. So, you know, I'm so much more than that. I know I'm cool, and I know I could still carry it out, and I don't have to do that. And at the same time, there's a responsibility as a big mama that I have here, and that's not to poison all these kids.
Yeah, because when you poison them, we always say, what's wrong with the kids? You! or what's wrong
Thank
with them
you.
because you didn't be the mama, you didn't be the grandmama that somebody was to you. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't want nobody raising my children saying, throwing it in my face later that they raised my kids. I wanted to be there. So if they screwed up, I wasn't going to be the one to feel guilty. I didn't want my kids like the rest of a lot of these celebrity kids that's doing everything under the sun.
Completely out of their mind.
Got everything going on and out of their mind. Mines ain't doing that, praise the Lord. Okay, so if this is what it takes for me to get kicked under the bus to have a great, peaceful life at this part of my life and know that I did the best I can to do all my first responsibilities, then, you know, I'll take it. You know what I mean? I know where I'm going to get my kudos from in heaven. You know what I mean?
No. You're going to get it on earth. We're going to see to that. So I know you do have to go because you got other things. This was impromptu. You hit me this morning and was like, yo, when could we do the interview? I'm like, we could do it today. You know what I'm saying? And
yes.
You had to go throw some makeup on real quick and get everything together, which, you know, I'm thankful that you're here because you're on West Coast time, so they don't know. It's 8:44 here, but it's 5:44 where you at. And we only really had the 5:10, but we went over a little bit. But,
no, thank you so much. I know we got all into it. So I'm jumping in. I'm jumping in this committee meeting.
Yep.
You know, I just want to tell everybody, y'all say no to violence, stop the black on black crime. It ain't cool. It ain't fly. Y'all, let's not self-destruct our own community. This is a problem. When you guys are just only supporting sex, money, alcohol, drugs, violence, stripping, bullying, you're giving other people permission to hurt us, to shoot at us, to treat us bad, to treat us like animals, to talk about us like animals, to supremacize us. We're opening up the doors for that. So you have to stand up. And anybody who wants to learn how to lead, go to the link because my boy Doggie Diamond, he bring the heat and he bring y'all some good information. And I know you guys are good people because y'all come back and get some more. So I know y'all got a little bit of sense. So keep up the good work. And again, you can follow me at Suga-T Official and make sure y'all log on so y'all can come to my birthday party and celebrate with me and celebrate families of children with autism.
And let them know you'll be back. Like, this is the first of many we're going to do. Yeah, she'll be back. You know what I'm saying? She'll be back. We'll definitely have you back. So, jump into your...
back. I'm going to be your regular.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, we got to do something all the time.
I'm going to be the doggy queen. Though.
Yeah. Okay? So, jump to your meeting, do what you have to do, and I will, when you finish, shoot me a text.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
And shoot me the text of the links that I need to put at the bottom. Here,
okay.
Too. All right. Thank you for coming through. All right.
Thanks for having me.
Yep.
All right. Pieces.
Yes, y'all. So that was the legendary Suga-T. I don't even want to say the Bay Area. It ain't got nothing to do with the Bay Area. She's just a legend, period. It don't got nothing to do with, it's not a regional thing. She's just a legend, period. She made songs that I like. And I've told y'all before, all you have to do is make one song that I like, that I could document a particular point in my life, and I'm going to always, as long as I got a platform, I'm going to put you on it. So what's going to happen now, you see her do an interview with me, watch everybody reach out to her now, because it's always happened. They ignore a lot of these people, and once I showcase what they've been doing or what's going on, then everybody want to reach out. And I'm fine with that because a lot of these artists deserve that. Not only that, she actually watches us all the time. So when y'all are in the chat and y'all are saying stuff and y'all do, she's in the chat too. She watches. Like, she gave me a rundown on all the stuff she watched. So again, we setting a precedent for what we want. We setting a precedent for where we need to go. And that's not even it. You know what I'm saying? We still gonna continue to do what we have to do and go, you know, to higher heights with this platform, as well as bringing other people in. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to her for taking the time out and you know, coming over here with us. You know what I'm saying? We a family. So she came over here and now she trying to be a part of the family. You know what I'm saying? So she want to be with us all the time, you know. So it's dope. Make sure you go follow her on Instagram right now as we speak. Suga-T, as you can see, she talking that shit. You know what I'm saying? She talking that what we need to hear as black men, women, and children. And, you know, her mothering is very important to her. And I think that's dope. So without further ado, the Cash App is available. The PayPal is available. Any way you want to support, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, they always bite the interviews. You know, it is what it is. What could we do? But I'm just I'm just happy that if I interview Suga-T and she gets on 20 platforms after this, I like it because she deserved it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not territorial over people. You know what I'm saying? But we don't talk no bullshit over here. You know what I'm saying? This is real shit. So I thank y'all for joining me tonight. Very quick. We wasn't on here for 20 hours, but I definitely need y'all to hit that like. I need y'all to hit that share. And if you commented already in the chat, make sure you come back on the video and comment again, because the people who don't watch it in real time like to watch the playback and have a lot of fickle, negative stuff to say. So y'all gotta overpower them sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So with that, I'm Doggie Diamonds. Until next time, I'll holla. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. I'm not finished working. I still gotta work. But shout out to the Bay, the whole Bay Area. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody in the Bay Area who's watching right now. Again, videos like this need to be at like 1 million views, no lie. But you know, this is the type of stuff based off the dialogue. This is what they suppress. So we gotta fight that much harder not to get these messages and these words suppressed. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta keep working. We gotta keep going. So I'll holler at y'all. Peace.